Hello, this is going to be a longer video explaining what is in your email. And there's quite a few action items or things that you need to have completed by the 21st. So diving in here, what you'll see in your email is first off, you've got notes taken during our last session, just about those two different points, allowing private inspectors, and then also point of sale no longer being mandatory. So you can review some of the notes that were taken during that last session. Also, you've got the attendance sheet. When you have a second, take a look at your name. Make sure your name, email, phone number, organization is correct, and then also just glance through. Is this attendance sheet accurate? We had a couple times where we forgot the attendance sheet, so just make sure. And this WS stands for work session, so we've got 1 through 5. This work section 6, this would be our next one, so no attendance there yet. And then I updated the gradients of agreement. Go ahead and check into that if you'd like. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here. The changes here is just adding point of sale no longer mandatory. And this is how everyone voted at that last session, along with the explanation and action steps. And then also the allow private inspectors. This is how everybody voted, and explanation and action steps. So feel free to take a look as a refresher on that. Next up, we've got our process map. Let me find that here. All right, so this is a process map. At our last session, folks asked, what's next? What can we expect next? And so I just kind of laid it out here. I'll zoom in. So the step 1 refers to our last session, session 5, where we finished our topics of discussion. We created explanations and action steps for each topic. We're now at this step 2, solo tasks, where you're going to complete the survey to update your vote. You'll send in any edits on the report to me, and then I'll ask you for a final thumbs up on the report and then submit it to the health officer. The next step is this report review. So the health officer will review the report and generate feedback on each item. I'll then send out a doodle poll to determine our next session together. Then we will meet to review and discuss the feedback from the health officer. This group can decide to respond to her feedback and maybe resubmit the report if you want. And then all changes will be shared to WEMLAR and GRAR, sorry, messed that up, to share with membership prior to going live. This last step is a little lengthier. So step number 5, any recommended changes to the regulations that the health officer supports will be brought to the Board of Commissioners for final approval. Policy-related changes, such as grading for report improvements, will be developed independently, and any improvements made will be summarized in a report to Health and Human Services Committee in a presentation. So that's what our process looks like going forward. All right, next we have our summary or the report. Thank you for your edits to this report so far, and just give it another glance. So I've updated some of the membership things here. Take another look, make sure your name and organization is correct. The history has stayed the same, but I changed that recommendations to topics of discussion. And then after we take the survey results are going to go under recommendations here. Also added to the report since last time is the attendance sheet. All right, so one of the biggest things is that you are receiving a survey to finalize your vote. And that survey doesn't come from my email address. It comes from Alchemer. It's going to look like this in your inbox. We kindly ask you to review and complete the attached survey. So you're going to click on the survey, and it'll pop up and look like this. So the survey has kind of all the information in it that you're going to need. It has each one of our topics of discussion, the explanation, the action steps. And then at our last session, we kind of muddled around how we want to vote. And what was settled on is full support, support with reservations, abstain, or do not support. And that's for each one of the 8, all the way down to our new areas, the 8 and 7 allow private inspectors. So make sure you get that survey done, and your vote is going to go into the report. All right. Lastly here, I'm asking that you reflect on what you might need further from this work group. And you can respond to me in an email. Just think about, do you want to meet more? Would you like an opportunity to submit feedback in writing instead of just in the moment in person like we have been doing? Or maybe do you need more clarification? Anything that you're feeling like you need from this experience, from this work group, please let me know, along with any further edits you want to the report, reviewing your attendance, and then, of course, finally taking that survey. That's kind of our biggest piece that we're waiting for, is for everyone to take the survey. And I just kindly ask, if you can, to get this completed by the 21st. And definitely reach out to me if you have any questions or if you didn't receive the link to the survey. You might have to check your spam folder, or it might accidentally get deleted as well. Again, that's coming from Alchemer. All right, thanks so much. Appreciate it. And we'll talk soon.